Good evening, everybody. We are about to just bless you with what God has blessed us with. Allow me to say this. This is won't take long. It's the Wednesday hot bread, but this is more like some slices because we've already been given this bread recently, within a couple of weeks ago and a couple of months ago. And even when I try to leave it alone or turn it loose, God brings it right back here. So here we go. Let's just talk about it. Yeah, we're talking about Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. We're talking about what Paul has talked about that we've been hearing constantly. And ye hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sin, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Can I say something real quick? Push the pause button real quick. This is what I want to share with you. How can someone look at a label or a definition of being dead in sin? Dead in sin. When you're dead in sin, you got things that goes on that you do that's wrong, that you just don't care. Killing people for no reason. Driving crazy and running people off the road for no reason. Taking your life, no reason. So guess what? We are very much familiar with dead sin. We're very much familiar, but here's what I like, and you're familiar with this. The best part about this is that the first 3 verses just tells us that we are all familiar with this. The world that we are constantly surrounded by, living in, has people that are just dead to sin right now. You know some people, they're just dead to sin. But here is the blessing part. That's the first 3. It says, the 3rd verse says, among whom all, so we all had our conversations. What is that saying? That we all have had times where we have listened to the devil. None of us are perfect. We all have had our times in the past where lust was somewhere in our minds, in our spirits, dealing with us. And guess what? Here's the part that I want you to understand. Is that when we look at this, somewhere along the line, this is where we understand that we all have sinned. We all have sinned. None of us are perfect. But look, that's the first 3 verses. When we get to the 4th verse, you already know when it says, but God. Can I kind of help switch this around real quick? A lot of times we got excuses. God, I would do this, but this. God, I would do this, but that. We know but is a conjunction. A lot of times we use this conjunction for an excuse to not do something. But God spoke to me recently and said, tell my people to get their butts out the way. Oh, yeah, I want you to get it. I want you to get it. Tell my people to get their butts out the way, because your butt is delaying a blessing. Your butt is delaying your next area of where you need to be. Plenty of excuses. But here's what I love about this lesson. It didn't just say, but Joel, because Joel, it can't do nothing. It said, but God. And then watch this. What I love is that when it tells us, but God, right? It tells us the characteristics. You got to watch this. This is what I like. But God, who is rich in mercy. That's big right there. Rich in mercy and great love. Listen, people, listen. Can I say this? Because I'm not going to be here long. I already told you I'm going to slice this thing and we're going to exit on out of here. But look, the characteristic of the God that changes things is full of mercy. And you know what I like about this? I find out that here's a perfect example. He gives brand new mercy every day. And why do he give it? Because he's so rich. He's so full of it. He's so full of mercy. But listen, I don't want to bore you. I don't want to take up too much time on some things you already know. He's full of he's full of mercy. He's full of the great love. What greater love than this, than a man that would lay down his life? There is no greater love. I can go on and on. The description of the God that steps in and brings us to life because we were dead, because we did have a different father, because we were listening, we were lost. We were definitely headed down the wrong road. But God, real simple. Not only get your butt out the way, that's what God wants us to do, but let him handle it. Yeah, let him handle it. And what he does when he handles it, he changes the period to a comma, and he takes it from there. He's fully in control. He expresses himself through his mercy. He expresses himself through his love. But if you go on down and read a little bit further, and I'm done already. Grace can't operate by itself because it got a twin. And I want you to know that it lets us know that grace shows up on the scene. When mercy is somewhere in the picture, grace gonna show up. I call it the gift of grace, because a gift is something that you give to somebody even when they're not expecting it. They give it to you, and the gift of grace will show up and partner up with mercy. And guess what? That's why we can tell you today that it's God that makes the difference. So my friends, my sisters, my brothers, I don't care what you're going through, get your butts out the way and let God jump in. Let God solve it. Let God do what he do, because his characteristics of his mercy, his characteristics of his great love, his characteristics of his grace that we don't even deserve, they coming with him, and they're going to make a difference. They're going to turn it around and work in your favor. God bless you. Love you.